Coverage of the NFL brings us to Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and our home team. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
We're set. 19. 54.
Let's go, D. Big Sears right here. We got to step it up.
Check 26. Check 26. Check. 55. 55. Switch. Trying to go.
On first down, it's Watson. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he gets this one just shy of the... Down at the 39.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a first down LA.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
After the run by Jones, here's first and 10.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Ricky. Let him go.
From the 50, it's Watson. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second down, it's Jones. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
No, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Reset. Switch. Jam.
Now a first down carry by Jones. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check nickel. Check. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
On 2nd down now, Jefferson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics. Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The kick by McManus is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Let's go.
First down, Allen. Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They'll run on first down. Jefferson. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Check four, check four.
Running right, Jones. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Check 13. Deuce. He's checking. Crap.
Watson now to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, LA. Aaron Jones with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Here we go. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Even. 4 down. Even.
Allen now on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And he will be brought down, but he's... Got the interception on a final play of this first quarter. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I'm coming for you. Mine. Kill.
Tight dog.
24. Tight 31. Kill.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
You better bring it. Back. SOS.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And an alley to run. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Aaron Jones with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Stop your whining.
looking to throw again on second down. Allen, he's going to rifle one deep left, and that's caught inside the 35. There he goes left side, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he's going to get in. So they're back within 11. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Watch twist. Hey, alert. Check. Kill.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, alert 3. Check 42. 3 points down, he's coming. Shit. Check 37.
Back to throw, Watson. Washington's got it. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, pick it up. Check 3. Hey, switch gears. Switch. Hey, 31. Kill.
Out of the gun, Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it with Jones. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
No time now.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that's caught by Smith. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
59. Check 52. Safe. Hatchet. Hey, 31.
From the gun, here's Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they got themselves a first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
On 1st down, Jefferson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
24. Mike 54. Here we go, D. Whip. 59. Watch the whip. No. Off. Check three.
Here's Watson on 3rd down. But it's brought in by Washington. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Single. Out. Hey, check 24. He's coming. We got double up.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And McManus able to put it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here on Halloween as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Bandit. Check 26, check 85, half 85. Check hot. Hey, Foxtrot.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And this defense continues to dominate. How about 2 safeties in one game here?
You don't even put that on your goal sheet. This is something that results when you're playing really well on defense and the offense has nowhere to go with the football. Dominating performance.
And an alley to run.
Let's go, baby.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Yeah, he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. And to give this time to the tailback. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. From the gun, it's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. He's got his man on the crossing route. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike's 50. Let him know.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Hooked up by Dane Cruikshank. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
He's checking his leg.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Here's Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. On first down, it's Jones. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check 50, check 50.
They get this to Smith on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Check pass, check pass.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And this is complete. It's Allen. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Drop deep, drop deep. Check, 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 check. Switch. Jim, Jim, Jim. 36. Check, nickel, nickel, nickel. Check, check, go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. McManus's point after is good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
All day, every day, any day. 51 the mic, boy, 51.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
They're going to try and run. And he's going to get into the end zone for 2. And they're back within 2 scores. Down 15 now. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back. So here's an onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
The tackle made by Bobby Okereke. It's a gain of 6.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Bengals 16.
Get him! Get him!
Hey, 59!
Wide, get wide!
Spot! Hey, 54! Hey, 59!
Slam, slam, slam!
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hey, Charlie!
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 51, Mike. Mike 51. I'm scared.
Go, Mike 51. Mike 51.
Hey, Delta!
Allen now looks to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Too little.
Son.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
Allen going to go on 4th down. Flush to his right.
Lucky. Check safety. Check safety.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 44. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Here's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Alert! I'm trying to go!
3rd and long. It's Watson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
54 Mike. All day, punk. Check 24. Check 24.
24 down. He's coming.
Heavy. 54.
Let's go.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. James Washington, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point from McManus is good. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run with Taylor. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And the Bengals on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Alert!
Quit talking about it.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Now he'll go deep down the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
19!
54. 54. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
49!
Hey, alert!
Check 49!
Kill. Top dog.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior.
Check. Mike 51.
Middle.
From midfield, here's Allen. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Pick me up. Here we go.
From the gun, Allen. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Go, go.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing is Allen on third. He's got his tight end Fant. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. To throw on third down, Allen. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. From 17 yards out, and the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide.
Watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They'll try to run it here. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. On first down, it's Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. One back in the game. That's Jones, second and goal.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Slam. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Watch safety creeping. Watch the edge. Check.
They'll try to run this one in. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.